Well, hey YouTube, welcome back, my friends, once again to another exciting episode of Jack's Photo and Tech. Today, as I promised, I showed you the unboxing of the Mac Mini. I showed you the basic configuration and setup of the Mac Mini and how to put everything together. So this video will be the first screen recording I'm doing on the Mac Mini. And I wanted to do that because a lot of you are new to Mac and you're like so frustrated and you get so lost. So if you're new to Mac, or maybe even if you're a seasoned veteran of the Apple Mac operating system, Mac OS 10 or OS X, however you want to pronounce it, it is OX 10. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take you right in to the screen recording here. We're going to go in and I'm going to show you around a little bit and setting up my new Mac the way I like it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, get me out of the way here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, you can see we have the icon bar on the bottom. Okay, this is called the dock, right on the bottom of your screen. What I like to do first, go into System Settings, and we are going to go down and look for dock, desktop and dock. And what I like to do is I like to readjust the size of that dock. I don't like it that big. It doesn't have to be that big, right? And as you add more programs anyway, it's going to start getting to the point where it's going to get really, really large and going across your screen. So you can resize it anytime you need to do that. Magnification we're going to turn on just because I think it's cool. All right, let's turn that on. What that means is as we go over this dock, you can see where it's magnifying it. It's bringing it up from the bottom. Let's make it even larger than that. Okay, let's just go. Okay, there we go. Now we're looking good. Okay. So those are the first two things that I like to turn on when I set up my new Mac. Now I'm going to go through a couple of these on here. Position on the screen is on the bottom. You can change that and put it on the left or on the right, whatever you want to do. The Genie effect is on. All right, I like the Genie effect. It's kind of quirky, but it's really cool, and I think it looks nice, so I just leave it turned on. What does it mean by the Genie effect? Let me show you. Let me just open a application. Something's not going to take real long to open. Let's open Numbers up. So let's say we have Numbers, which is your Excel, right? It's free on a Mac, so it's like Excel. And we're going to open this up. We're going to create a spreadsheet. There we go. Let's just create this one. Okay, so this would be your spreadsheet on your new Mac, because remember, there's a Word document program that comes with it, and we'll look at these later on down the road here. I'll try to walk you through some of those. A spreadsheet program, and there is Keynote, which is a presentation program, much like PowerPoint. And all these are free, and they come on the Mac. So many of you out there go, oh, as soon as I get my Mac, I got to buy Microsoft Office. Guys, I do like Microsoft Office also. I love it. It's a great product. I use it for pretty much all my papers at school when I'm typing tests up for the kids. But I have to say that these programs will suffice for about 95% of you out there. But what we're showing you here is not so much the program itself. I want to show you the Genie effect. So we're going to minimize. So at the top of the Mac, you know Windows normally has their everything on the right hand side, right? The X, the maximize window, as well as the smaller thing, that you can minimize. On a Apple, it's on the other side. Red is close. Okay. Now closing the program, this is kind of weird for a lot of people. You're just closing that active window. The minus is minimize. So you're going to drop it down and minimize the actual window that you're working on. And the green is, again, maximize. Now, if you hover over the green, you can see that we can split screen. So we can do it to the right of the screen, and we can click on, and that would split your screen. So if you're working on something, we'll look at that later. One of the reasons I bought a widescreen monitor so I can have more real estate for that kind of operation. What I'm going to show you is the Genie effect. Check this out. So if I click here, you see how it looks like a genie? It goes down in a bottle, right? Let's bring it back up. It looks like a genie coming out of a bottle. That's the Genie effect, okay? Again, if you want to close this, and if you click that X, the application is still running. Two ways to close it is either one, you'd go, and you're not going to see it on the screen, but all the way to the left at the top, there's a quit. All right, you don't see it because I'm not recording that far over on this wide screen. But there's an easier way. If you just remember this, it's Command Q on the keyboard. So I have my application. I just hit Command, the letter Q, boom. The application's closed that fast, right? Just use the shortcut keys. All right. Double click on the window title bar to zoom. That just means that we can double click and it will blow it up. We can leave that turned on. You can change it to do nothing or minimize. We're going to leave it turned on to zoom. Maximize the window into the application icon. Minimize the window into the application icon. And what that means is wherever the icon is, it'll minimize it into that. I just leave that off. Automatically hide and show the dock. I'm not going to do that. I like my dock shown. Maybe what that means is when you're working on applications, maybe you don't want it to show, so it will auto hide. I don't like to do that. I like mine to be seen all the time. Animate opening applications. Animations are cool. Just leave it on. Show indicators for open applications, and all that's doing is showing a little dot underneath of the dock here. You can see where I got the Brave browser open, I got the ScreenPod open I'm recording with, and I got system preferences or system settings. Show recent applications on dock. So that's going to keep your most recent 3 applications, and they'll reside right down here where these are running right now. Right? Okay. Recent documents, applications, and servers. It's going to show the most recent 10. Preferred tabs, opening documents in full screen. All right, that sounds like it's fine. Ask to keep changes when closing. No, we don't want it to ask every time we change something. The default web browser is right now set on Safari. I can change that. I'm going to make that the Brave browser because that's what I prefer. You may prefer Chrome. You can download and install Chrome. Yeah, it works on the Mac also. No big deal at all, right? Absolutely works on the Mac. Mission control is just some stuff, and we'll look at that later on down the road. I just wanted to show you what I like to do first of all when I set these up. All right, so that's the first thing I look at. The next thing I'm going to look at here is, if I can find it, let's go down here, is the mouse. All right, right now you'll notice the mouse is not working as a 2-button mouse. Now, if you're coming over from Windows, you probably want a left and right button because we right-click on a lot of stuff, even in the Mac. But if you don't have it, it doesn't do anything when you right-click. See, I'm right-clicking on this side of the mouse, and it's not doing anything. So what you got to do is you have to turn that on. Secondary click is off right now. Click on the right side. Now if we right-click, now we have submenus. Okay, just like you would in Windows. It makes it really nice. Smart zoom, double tap with one finger, and you can zoom on stuff. That may be kind of cool. Maybe we'll turn it off for now. I don't know what is zooming on here, but I think that's more maybe for a laptop, so I'll just leave that turned off. Track speed is how fast your mouse is tracking. It is a little slow for me, so I want it a little faster. Look how the mouse actually, as you move it around, blows itself up, right? So I do move it to about the middle. You can play with that. That's a personal thing. That's on you, okay? All right, so that is everything there, I think, that we need to look at right now for basic setup. And we'll just close system preferences. Again, I can use Command Q, and I can close my system preferences. Now you can right-click on the desktop. We can do things like, look, import from iPhone or iPad. You can bring stuff in from your phone. You can change your wallpaper right here. I don't have any pictures yet to change it to, but let's change it to something kind of cool there. There's dynamic wallpaper. There's links. There's colors. There's all kind of stuff in here. So that's the Big Sur wallpaper. Let's see what else they got in here. Just a bunch of different wallpapers, right? We'll just leave it at the default for right now. All right, the next thing I want to show you, a lot of people get messed up. Is like, hey, Jack, where's my applications? I don't know where my applications are. Well, to get to all your applications, kind of wonky. You can use Mission Control. If you hit the key on your keyboard, it looks like 6 squares. That would be all your applications. Okay, again, 6 squares. You can move back and forth through this thing. All right, just like that. That's kind of weird. Nice if you're on an iPad, weird if you're on a computer. Okay, so I'm not going to use that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. I'm going to open up my Finder window. Finder window is the same type of a deal, and I'm trying not to make this video too long. Finder is the same kind of deal that you would say File Explorer in Windows. All right, let's open Finder. And you can see there's all my recent documents, right? Yeah, I don't even know where all these came from yet, but I guess they're actually transferring over from my iCloud is where they're coming from. But we want the applications to be in the dock so we can use it really easily. To do that, click on the Applications folder, right there, Applications, under Favorites, and drag it down and put it right in front of your downloads. Okay, here's your downloads. Put it right in front and just drag it. Left click and drag that baby down there. All right. Once you get that baby down there, check this out. Now when I'm looking for an application, I don't have to use this iPad thing. That's kind of weird. And I don't have to click on Finder and go applications and look through all here. I don't have to do that either. I can simply go down now, click on applications, and it opens it just like a start button, right? It works exactly like a start button. And you can scroll down. You can open it in Finder. We can open it back up in Finder. Let's go here. Let's go open in Finder. Doesn't want to open. There we go. So it opens it in Finder just like we had it before. But this is so much nicer. If you click here and you go, hey, I want to create a document. So let me go down here and I'm going to look for where's it at here? Trying to locate Pages. I'm going to open up Pages because I want to type a new document. I want to write a resume. Can I write a resume on a Mac without Microsoft Office? Yeah, sure you can. Just click OK, create a document, create a blank document, and there we go. So we can start typing our document. We can blow this up, right? We can zoom in a little bit. If you have a big monitor, you can zoom in. You can start typing, this is my resume. Okay. There you go. Really easy. I'm going to close it using the Command Q, and I'm not going to save it, so I'm going to delete it. I just wanted to show you that. So that is the basic setup of what I like to do. Like I said, I want to add the application. Okay, we went into settings, we went into dock, we lowered the dock size here. We set the magnification so the windows kind of come up or the dock comes up when we're clicking on stuff or hovering over it. Position the screen. We looked at the genie effect, so now you know what the genie effect is. So I think that will all get you started pretty well setting up your Mac to make it work for you. Let's bring this back up here for just a minute here. See if I got it. Okay. All right. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I know we got a bunch of dust rags here and stuff. Sorry about that. The shop is the shop, right? This is my studio where I do a lot of work at, and I love keeping my desk clean, so I always keep a dust rag handy. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you out there if you're new to the Mac, and I'm going to be showing you around more because I think it's very important for you to understand if you're new to buying a Mac or you're just really scared and you're like, I don't know how to use that Mac operating system. If you can click an icon, you can use a Mac. It's that simple. Folks, thank you so much for watching this episode of Jack's Photo and Tech, and I will talk to you next time. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. I will see you back here next time for another photography or a tech-related video. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.